Everybody, JCB here at The Awesomeness, and you're watching The Awesomeness YouTube channel. Today is day 40 of my 50 days of summer, and for those of you wondering, yes, there is a playlist that contains all of the videos so far. Anyway, I realized today that I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and make a normal video since I got back from my vacation. Speaking of which, I had a few people ask me about the gear I use in my videos. And earlier this summer, I did a video about my production process in which I mentioned I might do a video about the gear I use. So let's do that. Let's do a rundown of all the gear I use because, boy oh boy, do I got a lot of stuff that I purchased for this channel. Let's begin with the camera that started it all. This is a Sony HDR CX240 Handycam. I bought this camera in January of 2015, just a few days before I posted my first video. Fun fact, almost every single video on this channel up until I posted this one was recorded using this camera, and it's just like a goofy little camcorder like your dad would buy to record your birthday party, which just goes to show you don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to start your own YouTube channel. So this thing has actually been giving me some issues lately, which is part of the reason why I got my new camera. My new camera is the XC10 by Canon, which is a 4K video camera that looks like a DSLR, which is great for me because I tend to record in places where they don't like you to bring, professional video equipment, Six Flags, concert venues, but they will let you bring in a DSLR to take pictures. This bad boy shoots 4K, but screw that, I don't want to wait 20 years for my video to render, so for the most part, I've been sticking with 1080p for now. And let's face it, you don't want to see this face in Ultra HD, right? Oh wait, it's empty. My camera's on the tripod. So this is my current setup as it looks from my chair. I use my phone as a wireless monitor so I can frame the shot and check for focus before I start filming because the built-in screen only rotates up and down, which is weird. But hey, it's a small nitpick for an otherwise awesome camera. Now typically when I'm out at the park or if I go on like a trip, say to, I don't know, San Francisco, I tend to want to bring something that's smaller and a little simpler to use for more of a run and gun style of filmmaking. So in most cases I just rely on the camera on my Google Pixel, but sometimes I'll bring my GoPro Hero 4. This little guy has been through a lot. I've taken it underwater, I have a gimbal for it that works really well, I've used it to film in the snow and the rain, it's been with me on countless Six Flags trips, including this one where Jetstream tried to kill us. I don't take it on rides though, unless you count this train ride. For on-ride footage, I use my Snapchat spectacles, and yeah, they look nerdy, but they do get the job done. I actually purchased these on the Universal Studios Hollywood City Walk, and they've served me well ever since. Normally, if I need like POV footage on a ride though, I'll just go to the Six Flags website and pull that. But if for some reason I absolutely have to have my own POV footage, like maybe they don't have footage of it posted, that's when I turn to these little guys. There are apparently stickers you can buy to block the swirly lights when they record, but I find that really creepy. So I just painted the yellow circles black with a marker to make them look slightly less dorky. I don't mind if people know I'm recording. In fact, I'd rather them know I'm recording. I just don't like the yellow circles. I think they look dumb. A big chunk of my vacation footage was filmed using these glasses. The end result footage looks like this. You can crop zoom and correct the lens distortion in Premiere to make it look like this. And they come in a cool charging case, which is always a nice feature. Now, when it comes to VR video or 360 video, I use the Samsung Gear 360 camera. This thing has worked pretty well for me. I'm sure there are better 360 cameras on the market, but this one was less than $100, which made it perfect for my budget. This is what I use for my 360 videos at Six Flags. The tripod I use was also really affordable. I got it from a website called gearbest.com, hashtag not sponsored. I don't know if it has a brand or what it would be, but it's a fluid head video tripod and it was less than 60 bucks and it's worked really well for me. For audio, I've recently upped my game a little bit, though I don't always have time to set it up properly. I purchased a used Blue Yeti for 50 bucks on the Letgo app, which I've been using for voiceovers and for on-camera audio. And I got a shotgun mic off of Amazon for less than $25. Surprisingly, both actually work pretty well for their cost. When I do have time to mess with audio, I'll usually mix the two to get kind of a nice blend of the two different microphones. But normally, the shotgun mic alone works pretty well. This is what the Blue Yeti microphone sounds like on its own. This is what the shotgun mic sounds like on its own, just so you know. For lighting, I've been using this set of LED fluorescent tubes that my brother-in-law Warren got me for Christmas a few years ago. They work really well for my setup. I also have some standing lamps with daylight CFLs. As I mentioned before, I edit using Adobe Premiere Pro and sometimes After Effects. I started this channel using an old version of Sony Vegas that I had had forever. And I gotta say, when I first got Premiere, it was very intimidating. And I was worried about using it and learning a whole new system, but I just kind of jumped in, and now I'll never go back unless I absolutely have to for some reason. It's night and day, but Premiere is definitely a huge step up. So if you haven't done it yet, if you got the software and you're worried about jumping in, just do it. Just force yourself to make something in Premiere and you will not regret it. Unless it crashes and you lose all your files, which happens. In the past, I played around with Wondershare Filmora and actually still own the pro version of that, but it kind of feels backwards from everything else I've used. And when I was in San Francisco, I edited my kind of talking head update videos on the road using the Filmora Go app. I also use Adobe Audition, which is currently recording the audio you hear right now. It's an amazing piece of audio software. It's not like the best, like I've used Sonar and Pro Tools and those are great for music, but Audition is really great for video production. I really enjoy using Audition. It has this cool remix feature that allows you to remix any file to any audio length, which is really handy. It's much easier to just do this than to try to do this a million times. So that's the gear I use for making my videos. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions about anything, just leave them down below and I'll try to answer them as best I can. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as I release new videos every day for the next 10 days. Wow. So until next time, keep being awesome. Tell me, cool? Awesome, let's cut to the footage now. So, 50 boxes, tile, unloaded, yay. So yeah, that was something. I still haven't watched it. Anyway,